Right now on ABC 21 News at noon, a tragic ending to a days-long search in Gas City. A missing girl's body is found, and her stepmother is the suspect. And the celebration after a major construction project comes to an end.
And we have had quiet weather since the rain rolled through. How long should we expect this quiet weather to last?
From WPTA, your weather authority, this is ABC 21 News at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Emily Dwire. Our top story at noon, an all-out search for a missing 10-year-old girl in Gas City takes an awful turn for the worse. The stepmother of the young girl is now jailed on multiple charges, including murder, after Skylee Carmack's body was found on the family's property overnight. Our Jeff Newmeyer is live from Gas City with the latest. Jeff.
We can tell you a lot of angry, frustrated people here in Gas City. We'll have more on that in reports at 5 and 6. Emily, back to you.
Certainly not the ending that a lot of people were hoping for. Jeff, thank you for that. We're going to have team coverage tonight at 5 and 6. In Kosciuszko County now, the sheriff's office asking for help in the death investigation of 20-year-old Ty Brown of Indianapolis. On September 2nd, his body was found along McKenna Road in the area of Barbie Lake. Brown was seen on surveillance video walking away from the Barbie landing alone at about 3:15 Monday morning. Then he was seen near the Barbie Hotel walking west toward the lake cottage that he was staying in on EMS B74 lane. Investigators want you to call them if you know what happened in the time period between 3:21 a.m. and 4:49 a.m. when his body was found. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-342-STOP. And we expect to learn more tomorrow about an incident along US 30 yesterday that left a semi-driver dead. He was shot by police after a nearly 2-hour-long chase through several counties. We brought this story to you first at noon yesterday. Ohio police say it began in Spencerville, the chase did, and the semi-driver reportedly called officers telling them to back off. They say he also threatened to harm and possibly kill people. He then drove into oncoming traffic, and that's when officers decided he was an imminent threat to public safety, and they felt they had no choice but to shoot. Walmart is making changes following recent mass shootings. The superstore announced Tuesday it will stop selling handgun ammunition after selling off what it currently has in stock. The announcement follows the August 4th shooting at a Walmart in El Paso where 22 people were shot and killed. The stores will also begin asking customers not to openly carry weapons inside of Walmart locations in states that allow open carry. Concealed carry will be allowed only for gun owners with permits. In addition, Walmart has also been putting pressure on Congress to make changes to gun laws. And management with another major store chain announcing a similar decision yesterday. The owners of Kroger are now asking customers to no longer openly carry guns into stores, even in states where open carry is legal. Those same leaders with Kroger also said that they would call on elected officials to pass stronger gun reform laws. In a statement they released yesterday, management said, quote, Kroger has demonstrated with our actions that we recognize the growing chorus of Americans who are no longer comfortable with the status quo and who are advocating for concrete and common sense gun reform. Kroger has stores in some 31 states across the U.S.
The Samaritan actually jumped in his car and shut the car off and grabbed his keys so he couldn't leave.
A suspected drunk driver hit multiple pedestrians, including children in strollers, Tuesday in Indianapolis. Authorities say 2 adults and 3 children were on an evening walk when they were hit from behind by a red Chevy Cavalier. The driver attempted to leave the scene, but a neighbor held the keys until law enforcement could arrive. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported. And only hours before that, an 11-car crash in Avon, Indiana killed 2 people. That crash involved a dump truck and a school bus. However, no students were on board. Witnesses told police that the dump truck caused the accident, and police say the driver was arrested on 2 counts of reckless homicide. Fewer than half of Indiana students met expected achievement levels on the state's new standardized test, leading the state's top educator to renew her call for changes on how those results are used for rating schools and teachers. Statewide iLearn exam results were released today. They show that 47.9% of students in grades 3 through 8 met proficiency levels for language arts and 47.8% for math. Those are both down more than 10 percentage points from last year's passing rates for the previous I-STEP exam. Even before the iLearn results were released to the public, Indiana governor called for a 1-year delay in using those scores toward teacher evaluations or the A through F ratings for schools. Leaders with Allen County Public Schools will hold a press conference at 1:30 this afternoon to discuss those results. A ribbon-cutting ceremony held this morning celebrating the completion of the long-term construction project along DuPont Road. City leaders, business reps, and neighbors gathered this morning on the Pufferbelly Trail right near the YMCA to watch that ribbon be cut. All the work that's been happening for years has improved transportation of all kinds by connecting the Pufferbelly Trail system, adding new lanes and traffic signals, and improving lighting and sidewalks in that area. Tens of thousands of cars travel DuPont every day as more developments have come to be and the north side of town has continued to grow. Those who live and work nearby are happy to see that the work has paid off.
The residents in La Cabrera, there's a lot of young families, there's a lot of older families, and we all love the trails and love to be able to take our kids over to the Y through walking the walkway.
It definitely was a timely process that, it was definitely worth the wait. We're so lucky that you guys invested in this, strengthening the foundations of our community, making it safer for people to access all the beautiful trail systems and everything in the community.
The 2 miles of DuPont were improved throughout this project. And as one ends, another begins. Starting Monday, city officials say they'll be starting work at Coliseum Boulevard and Hillegas Road. They tell us they are straightening the curve at West Coliseum coming toward the lights, saying it's the site of many slide-offs during the winter season. They also say they'll repair the bridge over I-69 and will add an extra lane. It's something officials say will be a relief for many drivers.
People coming on the bridge know that a turn lane has been needed there for quite some time, and certainly that will be a welcome sight once it's completed.
The project is expected to be complete by the beginning of November. All right, let's check in with Nick now for a first look at the forecast. Doesn't look too bad today, Nick.
No, our weather is actually quite quiet and quite nice outside.
Thank you. Coming up next on ABC 21 News at noon, we continue to follow the latest with Hurricane Dorian as it moves up the eastern seaboard. We have more to come, so keep it right here on ABC 21.